even pretended to wrestle by mimicking each other's actions through the glass partition. One of Willie B's favorite activities was to play in a tub of water. He would hop into the tub and splash around like a little kid. With his legs hanging over one end, he would lie back, raking the water over himself. When the tile floors became wet, it was slip and slide time. Willie would run across the wet floor, plop down on his rear end, and start spinning until he crashed into a wall. Then he would get up, race to the other side of the cage, and do it all over again. He didn't have a playmate, so Willie B sometimes entertained himself with something as simple as a paper towel. First, he got a paper towel good and wet, and then he wrung it out. Next, he carefully straightened it, held his head up, and laid the towel across his face. He sat like that for a while, and then he wiped his face. When he finished using the towel as a washcloth, he blew his nose in it. Finally, Willie B simply opened wide and ate his well-used and slightly gross paper towel. Willie was also quite the party animal, but because he was born in the wild, his actual birthday was unknown. The zoo recorded his birthday as May 8, 1958, a combination of his estimated age, which is probably accurate to within a few months, and the date of his arrival at the zoo, May 8, 1961. Each year, Willie B's birthday was celebrated in a big way, with free admission to the zoo and a party complete with streamers, balloons, and treats. Willie B usually received a birthday basket filled with his favorite fruits, melons, grapes, kiwis, and strawberries. The zoo staff and visitors sang Happy Birthday and blew out the candles on his birthday cake. They served a bakery cake to the public and a special gorilla cake to the birthday gorilla. On his 25th birthday, a local company donated a colored television set, which hung from the ceiling outside his enclosure. People asked which television show Willie preferred. Did the big gorilla enjoy the drama of soap operas, the action of a football game, or a good movie? A test was set up in hopes of finding the answer. 3 television sets were placed in his viewing area, each with a different channel on. Supplied with snacks, a man sat behind the middle television set observing Willie B. Instead of watching any of the shows, the gorilla simply stared at the man eating his food. Clearly, Willie B preferred people watching, so perhaps at the zoo, we are the most entertaining show of all. He held on to his new prized possession night and day for 3 months, playing with it during the day and coiling it up to sleep on at night. On another birthday, the zookeeper staged a tug-of-war with a 3-inch thick, 40-foot-long nautical rope that had once been attached to a ship's anchor. The men put a big knot in the middle of the rope, so if Willie won, he wouldn't be able to pull the rope through the bars and into his cage. When the game began, 5 partygoers held onto one end of the rope, and Willie B sat in his enclosure holding onto the other. Willie held the rope effortlessly, looking rather bored. 5 more men were added to the other side. Willie continued to sit as he held onto his end of the rope. 5 more men joined in and grabbed hold of the rope, a grand total of 15 men, and pulled with all their might. Well, that got Willie's attention. He stood up, let go of the rope, and sent all 15 men flying. As the men scrambled to get back on their feet, Willie B yanked the rope, knot and all, into his cage. He must have decided that the rope would make a fine birthday present. He held on to his new prized possession night and day for 3 months, playing with it during the day and coiling it up to sleep on at night.